Mga kabutante, mga kababayan ko, reaction comment lang po kasi na panood ko sa YouTube yung video po ni Senadora Imee Marcos na nabuking ang Comelec, tapos na daw yung mga balota or almost 60% plus ang natapos na wala man lang representative yung mga kandidato. So hindi ba dapat yun na ano yun, may mga representative at napakita nila sa tao or live coverage man lang. Yung kinakakabahala ko, hindi natin maalis mag-isip ng baka maulit na naman or may mga himala na namang mangyayari kasi iba yung mga kinikilos nila ngayon eh. Puro may mga hidden agenda sila. Panoorin po natin mga Lodi. Ayan po, panoorin po natin yung video ni Madam Imee Marcos.
I'm sorry, please identify yourself. I think you're raising your hand, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Suluhin mo yan. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Ginusto mo yan eh. Nagpasarap ka eh. Ngayon dadamay mo ako sa hirap. Kalokohan yan.
Sino nga yan? I'm Nabisto, Madam Chair. And I happen to be the Vice Chairperson of the Printing Committee. Okay. May I please be allowed to say something regarding the issue? Yes, Director Flores is recognized. Thank you, Madam Chair. While it may be true that our chairperson of the Printing Committee, Commissioner Casquejo, has temporarily requested that
tayo ang gumagawa ng himala.
Ibig sabihin totoo na yung source ni Senadora Imee Marcos na nag-print na nga sila ng balota na without any representative o representante ang mga kandidato, di ba? Hindi ba dapat 'yon ipapakita sa taong bayan? Dahil tayo mga botante at yung mga kung paano nila ipiprint, ang nangyari sila ang nag-decide. Ano yung mga may himala bang nangyayari? Panoorin po natin. Ang daming palusot nila eh. Kasi meron daw kaso daw may pandemic. Oh my God. Ano naman connection ng pandemic sa balota? Di po ba? Panoorin po natin yung kanilang mga dahilan. Parang
observation be postponed. It is not true that there is a definite denial of request to observe the printing process, Your Honor. I think that from what he said during one of our meetings, Your Honor, it will be allowed in due time, Your Honor. In due time?
In due time? My God. Nakapag-print na nga ng almost 60% plus.
Ano ba nangyari sa'yo? Sino? Ikaw?
Matalino ka. Anak ka ng hinayupak ka. Ungas ka. And then yaalog pa na in due time. Biri mo nag-print sila na hindi pinapaalam sa mga kandidato o sa taong bayan. Ano to? Sila lang ba?
Tayo ang gumagawa ng himala.
Sila na lang ba magdidesisyon sa halalan? Huwag po tayong papayag. Huwag po tayong papayag na sila ang magpaikot sa halalan na ang kagustuhan nila ang masusunod. Huwag po yan, huwag po ganyan. Huwag kayong ganyan. Kung ganyan lang din ang mangyayari. Mas gugustuhin ko pa mag-declare ng martial law si President Duterte at nang hindi na kayo maupo. Yung mga binabalak ninyo, huwag na huwag po ninyong malaking mandaya dahil gising na po ang mga Pilipino. Ang nakararaming mga Pilipino. Pakinggan po natin, tapusin po natin.
Pag natapos na yung printing, patay. po, hindi po, Your Honor. Hindi po. I know because we have discussed regarding that, Your Honor. It's just that during the time that this request came, the alert level at that time was still, I think, number 2, if I'm not mistaken. But with the recent...
Ano nga ang connection ng pandemic doon sa pag-print ng balota? Ano yung palusot ninyo? Ibang-iba, wala. May mga hidden agenda kayo, kaya ganyan. Pasensya na po kayo dahil hindi nyo
Ano ba nangyari sa'yo? Sino? Ikaw? Ako? Oh.
matalino ka. Anak ka ng hinayupak ka. Ungas ka. Mag-isip kami ng ganyan dahil sa pangyayari nung narang eleksyon. Hindi mo rin po masisisi si Senator Imee Marcos dahil biktima ang kanyang kapatid sa pagka-vice presidente na nagkaroon po ng smart magic.
Tayo ang gumagawa ng himala.
Ang pinagtataka ko lang, bakit until now smart magic pa rin? Smartmatic pa rin. Smartmatic pa rin. Bakit hindi mawawala-wala yan? Smartmatic na yan. Hindi ba pwedeng abolish yan? Wala na nga silang kredibilidad dahil nga sa nangyaring malawakang dayaan noong 2016. Ngayon, sila pa rin. Ano ba yan? Wow naman, may mga hokus-hokus to. Tapusin natin.
Development. I think the response of the committee will soon be adjusted, Madam Chair. Is that sufficient, Alex, please?
No, the reason here is security as far as the
Suluhin mo yan. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Ginusto mo yan Nagpasarap ka Ngayon dadamay mo ako sa hirap. Kalokohan yan.
The office of Comcasqueo. There is an observation room that is confined. It's not even interactive to anyone.
Observation room. Oh my God. Yung pinag-uusapan po rito, nag-print sila na hindi pinapaalam na sila lang ang magdesisyon. Yun po yung pangit. So, ano yung doon? May mga hidden agenda talaga to. Talagang hindi mo maalis sa taong bayan ang mag-alala. And then, yung kinuha pa nilang Rappler. Wow naman! Ano na mangyayari sa eleksyon? Comedy na lang ba to? Oh my God! Huwag po niyang lukuyin ang taong bayan. Mulat na po ang taong bayan. Ang nakararaming mga Pilipino. Mulat na. Tapusin po natin.
So we cannot find the reason why there is a security issue. Maski medical issue because it's a closed and very enclosed observer's room that we have been using since 2016.
Tama. Close room nga naman yun Bakit mo iintindihin yung alert level? Ano yung connection ng COVID dun? Sa pagpiprint ng balota. Unless na lang na meron kayong alam na this magic. Woo! Mulat na. Huwag po niyong gagawin yan. Huwag niyong babalakin. Kung mahal po ninyo ang Pilipinas, huwag po ninyong lukuhin o paglaruan ang mga boto ng nakararaming Pilipino. Tapusin po natin.
And we cannot find the reason, the security issues or medical issues on that matter.
Tsaka, Madam Chair.
Yes, Senator Coco, please.
Ganito yun no matter what the alert level is, no matter what the pandemic
hindi pwede yun.
situation is, for as long as Comelec is undergoing election-related activities, they should allow witnesses.
Tama.
That is the
Tama.
nature of the of the activity.
Sangayon ako doon sa sinabi ni Senator Coco Pimentel. Galing mo, Senador, galing mo. Dapat, ganyan. Nangyari nga, paano yan? Nasimulan na ang pag-imprenta ng balota. Almost 60% plus na yung na-print nila. Paano na yan? Paano ang gagawin ngayon yan?
The people must be allowed. So do not use the pandemic as the reason.
Tayo ang gumagawa ng himala.
Tuloy yung Comelec activity which should be open to the people.
Sa pulang Comelec dyan.
Ganun po yun. So ganun po ang pag-argue ko ron. So
Yes.
Comelec, please do not use alert level because kahit na strictest alert level and yet you print, you are you allow the witnesses.
So correct. I'm in full agreement with Senator Coco. Kung talagang
Nagpiprint lang nga lang man kayo ng balota. Anong connection nun sa alert level? Pupunta dyan yung representative, nakasasakyan. Social distance. Ang importante, may representative. Hindi kayo lang ng mga tiga Comelec.
Ano ba nangyari sa'yo? Sino? Ikaw?
Matalino ka. Anak ka ng hinayupak ka. Ungas ka. Ang dami ninyong dahilan. Bakit po? Bakit? Huwag niyong paglaruan ang boto ng taong bayan. Huwag po niyong paglaruan. Sawan-sawa na po ang taong bayan sa mga ganyang sistema. Hindi po bobo ang mga botanteng Pinoy. Tapusin po natin.
Pakahigpit ng alert level, sabihin natin 2 or 3, di sana nahihinto pati yung printing.
Tama!
Tapos, diba? Pero hindi pwede tuloy-tuloy kayo, pero hindi kayo nagpapapasok ng tao, pambihirang buhay yan. Somebody's raising their hand. I'm not certain.
Tama ang sinabi ni Imee Marcos.
Yes, Attorney Hubert, please.
Madam Chair, since 2016, we've been allowed to observe not only the print of the ballot, even the configuration of the SD cards in Santa Rosa House.
Yun na nga, inallowed na nga nila yung problema, kahit i-allowed nila, naka-program na. May boto na. Ayun ang nangyari noong 2016. Alam ba ninyo na around 9 o'clock PM ng gabi, lamang si Bongbong Marcos? Nag-resume ng 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, lamang na si Robredo. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Mauulit na naman ba? For the second time around? My God! Not this time. Not this time.
I understand that no one's allowed to go to Santa Rosa either. What's going on?
Exactly, Madam Chair, So, which is very concerning for all of us. Kibotlim, madaling...
Suluhin mo yan. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Ginusto mo yan Nagpasarap ka Ngayon dadamay mo ako sa hirap. Kalokohan yan.
At you allowed every observer to be present. But all of a sudden, merong pagsisikip or
Was that also in written form? Did you also get a letter prohibiting the entry to Santa Rosa?
Ang dami nilang reason para lang makalusot. Pati medical, pati COVID. No! It's not the reason. Meron kayong malamang, meron kayong hidden agenda. Which is yun po yung pinakapangit sa ginawa ninyo. Iwan natin, mahirap lang magsalita. Huwag po nyo lukuhin ang taong bayan. Please lang. Nakikiusap po kami. Maging parehas po kayo. Huwag po ninyo paglaruan ang boto ng mga Pilipino, ng nakararaming Pilipino. Huwag na huwag.
Rosa? Naku, Senator Coco, that's a very important part of the electoral process. Nakaka-nervous yung SD card configuration of the state.
Paktay tayo dyan. SD card configuration.
So, Attorney Hubert, did you get the letter also like Alex did?
Madam Chair, walang advice sa amin.
Bili ka.
Ano yung natuklasan na hindi pwedeng mag-observe?
Kasi si Alex, Madam Chair, has been coordinating with Alex, Madam Chair, on the hindi na rin nagpapapunta. Madam Chair, can I be heard?
Yes, Alex, please.
Every week I go to the gates.
Gate lang.
And then,
Every week.
pinapapasok?
Ayaw, I cannot force the Comelec guards to do that.
Tayo ang gumagawa ng himala.
Walang coordination, walang authority.
Pumupunta siya. Hanggang gate lang. Hindi siya pinapapasok ng Comelec. For what reason? Comelec, bakit po? Ano meron? Hindi po reason yung pandemic o yung mga alert level. Hindi po reason yan. Unless na lang na meron kayong tinatago na hidden agenda. Paktay tayo dyan.
Same statement for the last 12 weeks.
Okay. And Attorney Hubert, you had the same experience that you were forbidden entry without any formal advice. Is that correct?
So, Madam Chair, we have people who would go to the area, and these same people are prohibited from entering.
Yun nga. So, hindi sila pinapapasok ganun din.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. So, we now have complaints of Comelec disallowing entry in the printing of ballots at the National Printing Office, in the configuration of the SD cards in the Santa Rosa Technical Facility. Senator Coco, what should we do?
Ballot secrecy ha. Paktay tayo dyan. Malamang nito may himala. Totoo ang himala. Ako po. Pantayan po natin ating boto. Huwag po tayong papayag na maisahan muli.
Madam Chair. Yes, who is not please?
Ma'am, may I respond?
Yes, please.
Siguro ngayon, I think Comelec is also present. They have heard our sentiment, our position.
Oo.
Ganito na lang po, basta what used to be done transparently and before the eyes of witnesses should continue to be done transparently and under the eyes of witnesses, no matter the pandemic situation. We cannot use pandemic as the reason to change rules, especially with regard to sensitive activities which should be witnessed by observers. So, narinig naman siguro ng Comelec po yun. Maybe a formal letter from the committee rin. I so move that we also bring this up formally with Commissioner Casquejo.
Yes.
So that he can review his the rules that he has issued, Madam.
Tama. Dapat lang na ipakita nila sa taong bayan na wala silang tinatago. So kasi hindi po nila masisisi dahil yung nangyari ng hacking noong 2016, di ba? Yun po yung mahirap.
Madam Chair. Yun lang po yung basta ganito. Lalo na ngayong panahon, wala na siguro live with COVID na, Madam Chair.
Kaya nga wala nang zero.
Tama.
Kahit alert level for the record, sasabihin ko, kahit alert level 10, kung meron mang gano'n na, and yet you Comelec continues to print something, to encode something which should be witnessed, therefore they allow witnesses kahit alert level. Yan lang po yung aking position, Madam Chair.
Yes, I'm in full agreement. Attorney Ivan, I believe, or kanina, Director Florarita, parang you were raising your hand. Is that correct? Director Florarita muna, pagbigyan natin yung Comelec.
Madam Chair, It's not true po na hindi papakita ang warehouse because we have scheduled, and during the CAC meeting din po last Monday, it was announced.
Dalawa na yung pinagpapangalan yung tropa ni na Alex Ramos at si Attorney Guevara. Pare-pareho silang hindi pinapapasok eh.
Because po, we are securing yung warehouse because ang configuration is there. Ang mga security guard po will not allow you to enter. Have an approval before entering the area. Pero we have a schedule.
Bago to eh. Director Florida, bago itong nangyayari. Dati naman labas-pasok eh.
Ang galing ni Imee, oh. Ang galing na niya magtanong.
We have a security protocol that you cannot enter if your name is not in the list.
Attorney Hubert, would you like to comment? Alex, I think you've had requests as early as last year because we've had hearings on this. Nag-request na sila, pagpa-accredit sila nung pa eh.
Madam Chair, may I be heard? This is Myla Villanueva, PPCRB.
Yes, all right. Comelec, are you
Ang dami nila.
Yes,
let her finish, please.
I want to mention po that we have a schedule of walkthrough sa warehouse on March 14.
Pero walkthrough yun. That's not the legal requirement of witnesses present in all significant electoral processes.
But they can witness naman po the ano.
They're not witnessing, it's just a walkthrough. Magdedemo lang kayo eh.
No, it's another activity po. On March 22 naman, it's an end-to-end demonstration of the BCM and CC.
O sige, I have a third complainant here. I believe it's PPCRB. Miss Myla Villanueva, please. Kanina pa.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to support Ma'am Jeannie that there is a walkthrough. However, this is very different from the request of all the observers. We were allowed easy access in the past. Now, we do understand there's a pandemic, but we have been constantly writing. And while there is a pandemic, we also requested that live streaming be done. It's very easy to set up a camera to allow everyone in the nation to see the floor at a distance.
Tama.
If it was a pandemic issue. But like you have said, it's already level 1 and we constantly request to be.
Kahit na anong level pa yan, madam, di ba tama naman yun, kahit anong level pa yun. Ulitin ko, napaka-importanteng malaman ng taong bayan, ng nakararaming mga Pilipino, kung paano ninyo piniprint na wala kang tinatago. Di ba? Hindi yung mga masisisi yung taong bayan na magtanong eh. Kasi, iba na yung sitwasyon eh. Ayaw na nilang maulit pa yung nangyari nung nakaraang eleksyon.
Allowed inside the NPO in Santa Rosa, aside from the walkthrough, if that can be granted, we will be very grateful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, PPCRB. Tama yun kasi ang gusto natin, daily observation ng NPO, ng Santa Rosa SD configuration.
Tama.
Hindi mo pwede isang walkthrough, demo-demo lang isang araw. Kailangan nakatutok. Live streaming is a very good suggestion as well. And like you said, perfectly easy.
Sa poll na naman ng Comelec doon. Sa sinabi ni Madam Senadora Imee Marcos. Galing. Grabe. Bilib ako.
To set up. Yes, Comelec, please. Director Florita, any response? Are you open to this? Kasi hindi pwedeng sekreto yan eh.
Yes, Madam Chair, I will raise
election eh.
Yes, Madam Chair, I will raise the issue with the steering committee and si Commissioner Casquer.
Thank you very much. And Attorney Ivan Uling.
Yes, Madam Chair. Well, what concerns me po is the information of Director Florita that they're practically almost done with the configuration and that only a few areas are left for configuration. So,
tapos na, wala naman nakaalam.
So, what is their
Magpay tayo dyan!
The configuration?
Tama, tapos na eh.
Tapos na. Maybe that's the reason.
Rita, kung tapos na yung buong Pilipinas, sabi mo, tatatlong region na lang natitira. Ano pa i-observe namin ito?
Oh, how do we know what's inside those configuration? Nobody saw that. No, nobody saw that.
Oh. Wala. Alang masabi, Comelec.
Yes, Director.
The configuration I'm mentioning po is the creation of the SD card configuration, but the process of the pre-election logic and accuracy test is not yet done. Nandun pa lang po kami.
Oh, yun na lang ang natitira. Pero yung SD configuration, medyo bloody yan.
It's only the creation of SD po. But after we prepare yung SD, it undergoes pa doon sa QA before we do the clustered precinct. One pa lang po muna yun. As I mentioned po, yung region 4, one SD card pa lang po.
Patay tayo dyan.
But on the quality assurance, which is also performed.
Ang dami ng reason. Grabe. Mahirap to. Kaduda-duda na to ang Comelec. Ang tanong ko lang, bakit ina-allowed? Di ba pwede na lang Mas pabor pa ako, ano na lang eh. Kung ganyan lulukuin lang nyo taong bayan, Comelec. Bakit kayo andi dyan? Huwag naman, makonsensya naman kayo. Huwag nyong guluhin ang Pilipinas. Please lang.
Form doon sa memory configuration room is nasa region 6 pa lang po.
Stop! Quality control na lang ang sinasabi mo.
No, but doon po nag-i-start ang process. QA first, then before namin i-produce yung SD card of all the precincts, and then it goes to QT. Sa QA po nag-i-start yung process ng configuration.
Are you reassured? It doesn't look like anyone is very happy. Attorney Hubert, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Siguro, di ko alam kung observe ni Madam Director na for the past electoral exercise, every day po may tao po tayo dyan para mag-observe ng proceeding. Whether pre-lock siya, whether configuration siya.
Yan ang mahirap eh. Grabe.
Packaging pa lang at deployment may tao po tayo dyan. Because we need to observe every step of the way po, no?
Tama!
It's also to help Comelec, no? If we're assured that our level of confidence is pretty high in the system, it will also benefit Comelec. But because na ito na naman tayo, para one step, 2 step forward na tayo, bigla na lang 3 steps backward tayo, no? Without allowing observers to be present. No? I agree with Ma'am Myla. No? Madali naman mag-set up eh. Pwede naman mag-live stream tayo. No? In fact, that was a bit requested also before.
Sa pool na naman Comelec. Grabe to.
There's some hesitance on the part of Comelec to allow even just a live streaming. No? But
kasi pinapanood naman yan eh.
Wali ko naman sasabihin ito. Ayoko na maging sarap laka, Madam Chair. Nandiyan na tayo. Okay. Matatapos na yung configuration. Ang nire-request ko lang, Madam Chair, at ito committed ni Commissioner Casquero during the past JCOP hearings. No? Number 1, yung pag-post ng election returns sa public website. Importante na po yan. Bago pa matransmit at pumunta pa sa MDOC, mapunta pa sa transparency server, post na natin ang ER doon sa public website ng Comelec.
Tama.
Number 2, allow naman physical presence na rin. Kung hindi na ina-allow sa Santa Rosa Warehouse, hindi na allow physical presence sa National Printing Office. Ito naman, sana i-allow naman nila physical presence sa data center kung nasaan yung transmission router server or yung meet room. At pangatlo, allow naman physical presence.
Ayan, dapat magaling.
At regional hub. So, sabi may issue tayo sa switch of SD cards.
at least verify yung physical presence para at least to deter any issue or any problem that may arise later on ballots SD card switching. Yan lang po, to build up confidence also of the voting public. Actually lang po yan.
At saka, sa totoo lang, hindi naman dapat hinihingi yan. Required na yan talaga. Na may physical presence, may testigo, it's in full view of the public. I think Alex earlier had some information regarding the NPO na...
Kasi hindi biro yan eh. Election yan. Andiyan dyan ang buhay ng bansa natin sa mananalo. Eh kung dadayain nila kung sino yung dapat manalo, yun ang hindi mananalo. At ang hindi dapat manalo, yun ang mananalo. Dahil, alam mo na. Patay tayo dyan.
Halos lahat ng balota na imprenta na rin. Is that correct? We call on Mr. Alex Ramos.
It's an inside report lang, ma'am. So, we are still really in a quandary what's happening inside.
So, ano nangyayari sa NPO? Can we ask the Comelec, please? Mukhang may himala at halos tapos na raw lahat ng balota pero walang nakakakita dahil walang pinapapasok. Tama?
Walang himala.
Madam Chair.
Yes, please. Who's that? It's Director Helen.
Flores po, opo. Madam Chair, the percentage of printed ballots as of now is 66.4. It's not true that
66.6%. Oh, di ba? Grabe.
64.44 million ballots as indicated in the chat.
Regardless, the majority of the ballots, Director Helen, with all due respect, have already been printed without any knowledge or witnesses from the political parties, the NGOs, and the general public. Bawal yun.
Bawal na bawal yan.
Madam Chair, may I please also cite that out of the 66.4% printed ballots, because there is another process which is called verification. Verification is still also ongoing, Madam Chair, at 47% right now. And ballots...
Daming palasot, di ba? Grabe na to. Iba na to. Iba na to. Iba yan.
Exited is at 42%, Madam Chair. So there is still a big percentage that has yet
Yes, to be referred. 32% have exited. What does it mean? Na-deliver na?
They have already been turned over to the Packing and Shipping Committee, Your Honor.
Ay na.
All of this in deep, dark secrecy? Ganun ba yun?
Pakpay tayo dyan.
Madam Chair, sorry about that, but there were plans to, in fact, when Chairman Abbas was the chairperson of the printing committee...
There's no need to say sorry to me. It's the lower violating here.
Sorry po, there is actually a plan to live stream the process, Madam Chair. It is in the works, however...
Yeah, it is in the works. You know, you just set it up really quickly, but 64%, 66.4%, natapos ninyo, hindi ninyo pwedeng tutukan ng cellphone.
66.64%.
Madam Chair, please, I will relay everything to our chairperson, Madam Chair. All of the comments and what have been discussed in this hearing will be relayed to our chairperson, Madam Chair.
Senator Coco, pwede ba yung gano'n? Paano ba yan?
Mahirap kasi ang eleksyon mismo, hindi mo pwede i-live stream din eh. Kailangan, there are really, the nature of the activity kasi is, it should be, it's highly political. Siyempre, people are interested, so dapat open talaga. So, sayang, yung mga in the works, mga ganun, at 60% na of the printing done, and then they're still probably bidding for the
Ang galing lang ano ni Imee Marcos. Senator Imee Marcos, nabuking ang Comelec. Tapos na daw ang Balota. May Himala sa Comelec. Ano yan? Ano ang Himala? Yun ang alamin natin.
CCTV camera, yun ang problema. Kasi from the very start po sana, aware na po yung Comelec of the sensitivity of the activities. That people really need to be,
ang problema,
to have access.
Ang problema, baka meron silang Senator Coco. Ang hirap doon. Baka meron silang hidden agenda. Alam mo naman. Ang mahirap lang magsalita. Baka mamaya meron silang kinikilingan. O mangyari na naman ang mangyari ng 2016. Yun po yung kinakatungkutan namin.
Whether the interested parties like candidates or those interested in our democratic processes, may mga taong ganun non-partisan but they are interested in our democratic processes and procedures. So, sayang, I mean, how long has Comelec been in existence, Madam Chair? Ano na yata, half a century na rin, alam na dapat nila po yan.
Ay, nako. Yes, Attorney Ivan. Mukha kang diskumpiyado ang balita.
Opo. Well, actually, just to add to that, I'd like to also recommend that if there are any incidents where the SD cards are found to be defective and brought to the configuration or to the hubs and it is returned, that Comelec required that all those precincts that have those reports of those incidents go through mandatory manual count. Just to assure the public that there was no SD card switching.
Ito na yung hybrid natin na yung pumapasa.
Oo. Itong hybrid natin. So, it will not be hybrid on all. Only on those that have serious incidents where the SD cards were actually pulled out and replaced. So, back in 2019, I think there were 1,000 precincts. So, it's not all 100,000. So, that will be very manageable. Before it is transmitted, if an SD card is changed, there should be a mandatory manual count before transmission. Just to validate the contents of the SD card.
Mano-manong bilangan.
It's going on with all this is allowing observers, tapos na yung election, hindi pa nagme-May 9
Yes, one last comment from Ms. Kimson, please.
Good afternoon again. If I may add to what Ivan said, I think the audit or the counting should be physical as well for any system that has to be rebooted. Because there has been discussions that when you reboot the system, it automatically nulls the votes that have entered already. So just to add to what Ivan said, not only the exchange of cards, but if the system has a problem and a technician has to come in and do anything with it, then I suggest that also be moved to manual count.
Dapat. Pagka nagkaroon ng manual bilangan na lang mangyari.
And we will...
Dapat lang talaga, pagka magmamanual, dapat yung balota, bantayan. Kasi nung nakaraang eleksyon, nung magano ng ebidensya, yung mga balota, mga basang-basa na. Yun ang iwasan natin mangyari ngayon. Kasi baka mamaya, mahirap na.
We'll relay to Comelec, even as they have representatives here. Is there anyone who would like to add to this discussion? All kinds of problems have been raised. At this juncture, I'd like to round up, given the lateness of the hour. Firstly, that this committee is willing to conduct an executive session at the earliest possible opportunity. Since the JCOC has had great difficulty doing this, I would like to undertake this on the part of the Senate so that the CICC, the NPC, and the others could be free to speak and share such information as they may have. At the same time, if it would be possible, Comsec, for the convenience of everyone, patawag na natin ang Smartmatic.
Dapat.
Siguro, mag-hearing pa ba tayo ng hiwalay niyan? I think there's no choice. At least a quick hearing just to understand what Smartmatic's role and position on all of this is. So, kailangan yata tayo mag-hearing ng madali.
Smartmatic po talaga.
Ideally, on or before or after the executive session.
Ay, nako.
And thirdly, of course, we request from the Comelec an explanation, even informally or
bakit sa Smartmatic pa?
Regarding the alleged refusal to conduct electoral proceedings in the full view of the public, the concerned candidates and political parties, as well as the
bakit ganun? Hindi na lang ganun ba katindi? Hindi ba lang napalitan? Alam na lang may bayad na nung dayaan ng 2016? Bakit yun pa rin? Smartmatic pa rin until now? Bakit?
The NGOs. So, yun ang hinihingi natin. Sa lalo madaling panahon, sana magtipon-tipon tayo ng Comelec kasi nagre-request kami. This is very urgent. Okay? And please provide us also, finally, Comelec, the update on these digital signatures, the I-button, and such other issues that have been raised today.
Matulog na nga.
Medyo matagal kayo mag-submit ng request, kaya kahit informal, kahit text na lang ang tawag, at least naintindihan ko na narinig niyo kami. But these are very, very serious concerns. The right of suffrage cannot be compromised.
Dapat
by
lang.
Suluhin mo yan. Bahala ka sa buhay mo. Ginusto mo yan eh. Nagpasarap ka eh. Ngayon dadamay mo ako sa hirap. Kalokohan yan.
Or sense of inconvenience on the part of officialdom to allow witnesses at every juncture of the process. So with that, if there are no other comments, the Senator Present, Senator Pimentel, shall we adjourn muna or...
Ayan. Sa ating po mga kabutante, bantayan po natin ating mga boto at huwag po nating hayaang mangyari ang nangyari ng parang eleksyon. At maging mapagmatsyag po tayo at isa lang po masasabi ko, isa lang ang boto natin pero napakahalaga niyan. Huwag po natin ibebenta ang ating boto. Sundin po natin ang ating kalooban, ang ating puso at hindi kagustuhan ng iba. Hanggang sa muli, ito po ang inyong Kuya Nico. Kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe sa aking YouTube channel, subscribe ka na and click the notification bell para updated ka sa aking mga latest video, aking mga reaction comment. Hanggang sa muli, ang pagpapala ng inyong ating
Tayo ang gumagawa ng Himala!
Ang may kapal ay sumainyo at sa atin lahat. Maraming salamat. Ito po ang inyong Kuya Nico. Sayonara! Bye-bye! God bless! Laban lang! Solid BBM!